Hi, my name's Roger, and you all know me from the Insanity infomercial. Love the program. We'll do it forever. As a Beachbody coach, and I became a Beachbody coach after talking to Sean T and some of the folks at the Insanity infomercial, I've realized that a lot of people have many questions. One of the biggest questions that I get, other than from a nutritional aspect, is how to do push-ups. How can I modify push-ups? There's so many different ways to modify push-ups, whether you have issues such as with your wrist, your shoulders, your back, or you want to make the push-up more intense. There are many ways to do this. I've gathered a majority of the items that I will use to help. I have wrist issues. I also have an issue with my shoulder that I deal with. And everything is able to be modified so that you don't injure yourself. Some of the items that I use: push-up blocks with P90X, P90X2. You may use a yoga block. I know I do. Push-up stands. I got these power stands. They do have Tony Horton's signature. Gotta love it. These are very, very good. These help me with my wrist issues. They eliminate it. Also with wrist issues, you can use dumbbells. I was lucky enough to get these Bowflex dumbbells from a buddy who's getting ready to move in the military. You can use them. I prefer the power stands, but these also double up for that. These next items are not for the weak at heart. I'm going to be using medicine balls, anywhere between 2 and 4, and you'll see those, as well as P90X2, the stability ball. I'm currently doing P90X2, and I will say that my favorite phase is the third phase. My coach, Wayne Wyatt, is in that. Props to Wayne. His coach, Josh Spencer, is in the previous phase. You both look great, doing good. A lot of Facebook fans. But let's get started. Okay, it probably would have been good for me to have turned the monitor around so I could see it, so I could verify that you could see my head. But I am Roger Miller, and you have seen me in the Insanity infomercial. I'm going to show you some push-ups. When I first did this, too tired to do more right now. I still have my recovery and mobility for P90X2 that I have to accomplish. Pretty worn out from the PAP upper and Yoga X2 yesterday, but I wanted to show you some push-ups. I'll go ahead and do another filming of video, and I'll get it out next week during my recovery and mobility day, maybe on Wednesday. No, I won't be. That's Yoga X2 day, but I will get it out. But I wanted you to just see some of the push-ups, the modifications. You're not going to see my face in a lot of it, unfortunately, which most people will not be upset about that. That's okay. If you have any questions, again, send me an email, roger@rippedandbuff.com. That's ROGER at RIPPEDANDBUFF.com. I believe I'm going to put it at the bottom of the screen so you'll see it. Hope this helps you out. If not, give me a shout and I'll help you work through it. Everybody wants to do a push-up. I'm going to show you the basic push-up. Just so you can see it, I'm going to do it alternate ways. The first one is just a standard push-up, and it's just going down and up. To modify that, if you're not as strong, just getting started, is to just drop on your knees. That's it. Drop on your knees. You just lean forward, push back up. If you have issues with your wrist, but you're strong enough, it's where these suckers come in. Not only if you have wrist issues, but if you want to make it more intense, this gives you about 6 more inches that you could go down. Make sure that the lower part is facing away from you. Didn't do that the first time. I'm a guy, I don't read instructions a lot. It helps a lot, and you get a full 6 more inches of depth. So it makes it very, very intense. You could do that for your wide push-ups. Don't go too wide. If you go too wide, you're going to have problems. But just wide enough to where you can go down and stay stable. These are great. Same with military push-ups. All of my friends, family in the military, you know how to do these. They're just straight down. Arms are closer by the side. Again, you can, on your knees, if you're not strong enough, for every style of push-up, for now. You can just go down and up, wide, it's the same thing. I'm going to show you how to do it with the yoga block. It also gives you a little bit more depth of range. Again, you can use this for any, I have fairly big hands, but I like to have them facing lengthwise, if you will. Gives you about 4 more inches of depth for every single one, just to give you a little bit more stretch so that it tears the fibers down in your muscles a little bit more. It helps you get a little bit stronger. Again, drop to your knees if you're not quite as strong. Or quite honestly, when I will still do it, is when I get tired of doing regular push-ups, when I just can't do anymore, I'll drop to my knees. If my arms and shoulders are worn out, I will drop to my knees and just do push-ups from my knees. There's nothing wrong with that. I've got a little list. Just make sure that I cover all the push-ups that I know that we use and do. I've shown you just a regular push-up. I've shown you the power stands for people with wrist issues. Again, the dumbbells, and you can use a standard dumbbell. I have 25 pounds, I have 8 pounds. You just want to get it off of the wrist just by going straight down. Some people can do them with their knuckles. I'm not a fan of that. But push-up stands, power stands, the dumbbells, they work phenomenal. I'm going to show you a few of the, little bit more of the intense push-ups. I'm going to start off with the plyo push-up. And there's 2 ways that you can do these. You can do it just regular, or you can go airborne. I'll show you the standard plyo push-up, which is a little bit wider than normal. And you just getting off the ground with just your upper body. Unfortunately, you can't use push-up stands or power stands or dumbbells for that, but that's okay. The next level is actually what they'll call is basically off the ground or going airborne. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can see that just a little bit better. Move the stability ball out of the way. As you can see, that's a little bit more intense. Not for the faint of heart. I have a friend who can actually go out like he's Superman or take his arms straight out while he's in the air. I have a little bit longer arms, not quite as compact and as powerful as him, but I'll take him on. John Heater, that's you. We'll also go to the next one, which is, this is actually kind of funny. In P90X2, I had never seen these before. I'll start off with the Sphinx push-ups, which is in P90X. The next one is called a chaturanga, which is funny. It sounds funny, it's funny to do, but it's hard. I'll start off with the Sphinx push-up, and really all you're doing is and I'll go sideways on these. You're taking your arms, putting below your shoulders, you're on your toes, and then and you can make them more intense. You just push up and back down. Push up, back down. The next one is the chaturanga, which is, to me, funny. You go into chaturanga, yoga stuff, if you will. You go down, and then you go back, go forward, and back up. First few times I did this, I had to laugh. Just my feet were hitting the floor, and it just sounded hilarious. So that's 2 more that's out of the way. The next one I want to show you are decline push-ups. Those you can also do. I'm going to use my table. I'm not doing this, people. Using my dining room table, I will change the cover on it, if you will, and you can just do them standard. You can do them wide. You can do them military style, or to make them a little bit more intense, use your push-up stands. You can also do pike. That got me winded a little bit. Let's see. The next really, I'm going to show you one more. It's from P90X, and this is one that I initially did not like at all. It killed me. But modifying it, and I actually listened to Tony on this one, modifying it made it a lot easier. Really what you're doing is you're taking your hand, it looks like a diamond, well, not a diamond, a heart. Tony calls them heart to heart. Wider feet, chest right underneath your chest, if you will, and you push down, or you go down, push back up. It really works your triceps and your shoulders. To make it easier, you actually can spread your hands. And the stronger you get, the more you can go in. Again, you can do these on your knees until you get strong enough. I think the first time that I did that, it was fairly embarrassing. I think I did 7 right together, and that was it. I dropped to my knees. Once I listened to Tony and I started to take my hands a little bit further apart, I quickly went up to 20 something, I think, because my strength was there. It was just the way I was doing it was not correct. So that's a fun one. We're gonna, one more. I'm gonna show you the one arm push-up. I'm not gonna do my left one, my left shoulder today, because I need to get on my rumble roller just to get it stretched out a bit more. I will do a one arm. Again, you can modify this. I'll show you the modification first. And you're just on your knees, shoulder out to the side a little bit, and when you go out to the side and push yourself up. It's okay to lean and turn. You don't go straight down. Perhaps some people can. I cannot. To do it regular, hand is on the back. And that's pretty much it for those. There is one more. It's called a moving push-up. And there's 2 ways to do this. You get down, and the moving push-ups you'll find in Insanity as well as P90X. So these were easy for me once I got used to them. P90X, they actually throw a different style in there, and it's called Spider-Man, but the regular one is you just go down, over. The other way to do it, which is more intense, is what they call Spider-Man. And that's when you do a push-up, go over while you're down. A little bit more intense, a little different modification of that. Kind of fun, mixes it up a little bit, can get confused sometimes. Another one, and you've seen John Heater on the Insanity infomercial do these, and it's a modified moving push-up, and it's really just making it more intense, and it's just airborne. Got me a little winded. I love that one. You have to have a little bit more room for that to go over the 4 that you do in Insanity, but just go back 2, easily done. The next, what I want to show you is 2-ball push-up. This is easy. Okay, it's all relative, if you will. You could do it standard or military, standard and wide. Again, with the balls, you don't want to do them too wide or you'll cause yourself a lot of problems. And you just do these like normal. You just go down and back up. Again, you can do them on your knees. You can also take them wider. Again, don't go too wide. Or you can take them closer to your body or out, but further down towards your waist. Turn your hands out. And it works different muscles. It really works your shoulders a lot more, but it feels great once you get done, of course. The next one is the 4-ball push-up. I'm going to turn sideways for that, just so you can see it. But I am taking 4 balls, balancing on this. I actually didn't have a problem with this initially. I'll show you the ones that I did have a problem with and still do. But you're really just jumping on 4 balls. And that's pretty much it. You can also do it with 3 balls. 1 for the hands, 2 for the feet. Takes a little bit more coordination, time, and balance. Or you can do 2 with the hands and 1 with the feet. Which isn't too bad, really. Another one is a 3-ball push-up. I'm going to show you a modification for that as well, because really what you're doing is you're going from these 2, as long as I don't want to hit the table, and you're going airborne takes a lot of effort. Those are actually fun. I really like those. Coordination, don't do those unless you are definitely strong enough to get your body off the ground, your core is solid. You've got to make sure you're safe. Be very safe. A modification for that particular one, and they showed in P90X, is just go into a regular push-up, and then you just go out to the side and you alternate. Again, drop to your knees when you get tired, or if you can't do the regular push-up, just go out to the side, and it works the same, just not as intense. You got to work with what your body can do. Don't force it, it'll come. It really will. If you see my before pictures and my after pictures, it didn't come overnight, believe me. It took the 60 days, and I'm improving every day. I've got my own little challenge going on with what I accomplished with Insanity versus P90X2. Those results will be out. A little surprised, not very surprised. Once I get done with P90X2, I'm going to go ahead and do a month of Asylum and see where I go from the completion of P90X2 to Asylum, to see what that will do. Asylum 2, actually it's great. It's going to be filmed at the beginning of April. Unfortunately, I don't live in New York, and I have a regular job, or you'd most likely see me in the cast of that. Let's see. I've really only got about 2 more to show you. And these 2, these are hard. Let me grab my stability ball. Get this set up. These 2 I still struggle with. Pretty much what you're doing is you are balancing on your stability ball, and your medicine ball, and then push-ups. You can also go a little bit airborne on these, little plyo. Not quite ready for that today. I had Yoga X2 yesterday, but before that I had PAP upper, which kind of wiped me out. The last one that I'm going to show you is I'll turn sideways so you can see it, in case you think this is filming magic. Like the one commercial, I'm not some sort of magician. You actually get on 2 medicine balls. I will not go plyo with these. Two's enough for now. I've got my recovery mobility workout after this. Just keep in mind, stay within your own limits. Don't try and push yourself too hard. Pushing yourself is good. When you do your exercises, go to failure. That doesn't mean that you fail if you can't complete the number that you've set out for yourself. Just set a number, get there. If you've got to drop to your knees to do them, drop to your knees. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's about it. Hope this has helped. If you have any questions, send me an email at roger@ripped, RIPPEDANDBUFF.com. So roger@rippedandbuff.com. And we'll see you later.